Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nerds Drink Whiskey. Always remember our rule. Always sip, never slam. So this week we're talking about George Dickel. Now I believe my friend Bob is listening. Bob, if you'd visit every once in a while, we could have planned this episode where you could partake with us. But no, you don't want to come up and visit. So we're going to drink all this George Dickel without you, and we're just going to tell you how good it is. And you can listen or watch the podcast and suffer not being able to try it with us because we're keeping it because you didn't come and visit. So there. So that's my friend Bob. We've been friends since like 7th grade. I won't say the year because that's just depressing. But we were reading. Jeff was reading the back of this, and it says Barrel Select, and the little description on the back kind of hints that this is the regular George Dickel, but the distiller kind of tastes them all and then says, you know, this is out of all of them. These are the ones that turned out the best. And that supposedly is what this is. But it also says small batch. So, and that kind of handcrafted small batch, but it's the regular George Dickel. They're not really a small batch handcrafted distillery, I don't think. They're pretty mainstream.
So
yeah.
Maybe they do. This is a little side project that they do for the master distiller kind of does on his own. Who knows?
But the description doesn't go into that. The description leads you to believe that it's the regular stuff.
It just sounds like he goes through all their stuff and finds the best of it and puts it in these bottles. Yeah.
Because there's always some variation with especially when you're distilling on that level. There's always variation with the different woods, or this is in this corner of the warehouse, but this was in that corner of the warehouse, and whatever. There's so many variables that things can actually turn out differently for whatever reason.
Yeah. So this is all white oak.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we'll be able to taste the whiteness.
Yeah, the whitiness. Yeah. So. It is from Tennessee, and they are pretty white there, I hear. So, anyways, but here we are. Before the Deliverance Banjos come and get us, we're going to give this a try and see what we think about George Dickel Barrel Select.
It's got an interesting smell to it.
Yeah, a little mild.
Yeah.
I'd say I like it. Has a great taste, good mouthfeel. The finish is okay.
Finish is okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. There's like something in the flavor that it's like I can almost identify, but not.
It's kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a little sweet. I don't know if the Barrel Select, maybe once he picks it, it stays in the barrel a little longer.
Yeah, I think it ages a bit longer, but
yeah. So that could be it. I don't know. It's maybe they. I wouldn't say it's a high corn. Like usually the some of them have a higher corn content to mask short time in the barrel, but I don't think that's what this is. This tastes kind of like more the standard what is it, 51% corn?
Yeah, that'll make it bourbon.
Yeah. And now is this what is this? Okay, this just says Tennessee whiskey. This is not bourbon.
It's not bourbon.
It's not bourbon, but
it's got an interesting interesting kind of sharp bite to it. It's definitely not.
You mean on the finish?
Yeah.
Yeah, the finish has a I don't like the bite myself.
Yeah. The bite is a little more than what I'm used to, but then again, I'm used to standard 80 proof whiskeys.
Yeah.
So and now, like, as comparative to the last one that we had it had a real sharp bite to it, but then again, that was also the
higher proof.
Strength.
Yeah,
that was
much higher proof. Yeah. So all right, well now you guys may have noticed I've been kind of clipping in little mini reviews lately of a product called Freshly. If you haven't noticed yourself, this whiskey gets a little expensive, and this show has expenses that that are beyond the whiskey. So to help us out a little bit, if you could go to Nerds Drink Whiskey /Freshly and go and check out a product called Freshly. I actually discovered it as a customer, and as we discussed in the Cooking Ain't Complicated episode, I'm a bigger fan of heavy seasoning, really good seasoning, as opposed to a ton of jalapenos. And Freshly has stuff that they do it so well that to me it seems kind of like it's the closest to like an Applebee's or Olive Garden experience, but in a TV dinner type thing. So if you need something you need to take to work with you, really convenient, but you want healthier, higher quality food that tastes just amazing, you will be amazed at how well the food is, how good this food is, being in a TV dinner kind of delivery. It's not frozen, it is fresh, and we're asking you to go try Freshly. Go to nerdsdrinkwhiskey.com/Freshly, and if you try it through that link, it helps this show pay for some of the expenses that we have. So we'd really appreciate it, and just go there and check it out. Is there any final comments you guys have on the George Dickel Barrel Select?
I just wish I remembered what the normal stuff tasted like. We had it so long ago. Yeah.
Well, me being the baby of the podcast, I'm kind of interested to try the original George Dickel. The Barrel Select is definitely not bad, so I'm interested in trying the original.
Yeah, it might be interesting to maybe grab a bottle of that and maybe do a blind taste test against the two at some point.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you for watching Nerds Drink Whiskey, and the one thing we want to make sure that you never forget. Never slip. Always sip.
Never slam.
Never slam. I'm going to finish this drink. I think I need a little more.
Okay, I think I missed a bunch of stuff that I thought I was recording, didn't record. So I'm going to kind of recap. I've been driving around this town of Elgin, North Dakota, and we finally found what we were looking for. Oh, let me turn around here. What? Oh, this thing does not have power steering. But anyway, I found the cemetery of probably everybody that's ever lived in Elgin. First stop here, the Assembly of God. It's a pretty desolate cemetery that consists of what looks like 7 graves. Yeah, exciting. So I guess Protestants, I'm not sure. I know I went to Calvary Assembly of God. I don't know. We were Protestants. They were Protestants. Here's another one. A few more graves here. This is a Methodist cemetery. They have maybe twice as many. Over here on the right, we have Hope Congregation. So exciting. And there are 2 of these. Apparently this whole town of everybody that's pretty much ever lived here must be Lutheran. A few more graves there. So yeah, that's exciting. And here's one thing that I have seen driving hundreds of miles, the oh so familiar sight of big ass rolls of hay, thousands of them, along with millions of cows. So exciting. This thing's pretty cool. One thing weird about Elgin, they don't have speed bumps. They have these weird dips in the road. You don't see them till you hit the damn things, and then of course you're like damn near wrecked because they're considerable. Another interesting thing about Elgin is you can just drive through the middle of town on this goddamn off-road thing. Here we are, just driving through the houses. Main Street's coming right up here. As you can see, this is a happy place. This is the 4th of July. See all the excitement. Lots of shit going on here. So yeah.